Right, I was speaking to DJ Carey recently about just the simple pleasure of pucking a ball and how it's therapeutic and calming.
Yeah.
Did you find it that way?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's still great to puck a ball like against the wall and that. It's. I mean, anybody who plays hurling and even at any kind of small level, getting out on a few pucks against the wall or with somebody else is just terrifically enjoyable. And you always want to try and just kill the ball and take it and first touch and all those things. It's brilliant, yeah.
And even now, do you puck around?
Oh, we do, yeah. We do, yeah.
Yeah, with the sons or?
Yeah. No, I just tip around, yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember your first time ever hurling, or even an organised game or otherwise?
I suppose I can't remember not hurling really, from since I was very, very young. Organised games, I suppose you're going back to primary school, under 14 when I was at that age. There was no under 13 or 12 or whatever it was. Just pucking around in the field across the road with a load of neighbours and such like, and brothers and sisters and such like. That's really what it was.
Mm-hmm. I was speaking to Nicky Brennan recently, and he said he only ever got booked twice in his life, and once was against you for hitting you a clatter. Do you remember that?
No, I don't. He didn't even hurt me, to be honest. Why he got booked, I actually don't remember that, but certainly he wasn't a dirty hurler, but no, I don't remember it, no, to be honest, no.
Do you know that skills video you did back in 1976? I think you were a 22-year-old. There's footage of it online where you were explaining about catching a ball and how you have to catch it with the fingers rather than the palm. Does that ring a bell at all?
I remember what you're talking about. Father Maher at the time in Kieran's College had asked me to just do something, and I think he briefed me on what to say, to be honest about it, I used catch ball in matches and stuff like, so it was something I liked doing, and so they asked me to do that. Other than that, can't remember too much about it.
Yeah. What was your favourite day hurling?
Oh boy, as a player?
Yeah, as a player, yeah.
So, I don't know, I was very, very lucky. I was in the club, James Stevens were very successful, like we won county finals, we won All-Ireland club finals. Hard to bypass those, for certain. Like obviously then with Kilkenny, I was privileged also, I captained Kilkenny minors and seniors to win All-Ireland finals. So, you could easily put one on top of the other, but it is very, very difficult because they're all on a par, and get those opportunities to do that. But as well as that, they're ones we won. As long as we're able to play and keep playing and, had injuries as well and just get back playing from injuries and be able to stay playing as long as they possibly could, they're all just hugely enjoyable.
Who was your biggest influence as a player?
My father, yeah.
He just show you out in the yard how to...
Just really, I suppose, he had a huge interest. He was heavily involved in our club and he was chairman of our club for a long time, and he just obviously got that interest, and I wanted to be there and keep going, so he encouraged that obviously, and always kind of, it came from him, I suppose, yeah, very definitely, and then like school as well, and just there was hurlers everywhere around the place, like we're in Kilkenny, so it's you're surrounded by it.
And as a manager, did anyone have a particular influence on you and your style?
Not really, because I never had a long-term ambition to manage Kilkenny at all. I got involved with the club and that, and I went into it, and I didn't have any sense that I have to do it the same way as somebody else does it. I had opportunities to meet several of the managers and would have picked up bits and pieces from various people that say something like to just stick with your head in that and subconsciously remember it in that. But then obviously there's the managers in all sorts of sports as well, you'd always see and hear about, but I think it's very, very important to kind of bring yourself to it, bring your own personality to it, and that's probably what, without even trying too hard to do it, is what I would do.
Would you have known that between League, Championship and All-Ireland, you've been involved, player and manager, for 35% of Kilkenny's title wins?
I wouldn't have a clue. I'm used to some statistics like that or facts and figures. I have not a notion of anything like that. No, I wouldn't have a clue about that, no.
It'd have to make you proud though. It is, that is a fantastic achievement for a county that has won more than anyone else.
Like I said, it's the first I've ever heard of that now, and I don't tend to get carried away, which I suppose they're all things that have happened, and it's enjoyable just keeping doing what you're doing and see what will happen next.
And just a final question then, how much do you look forward to these matches with Tipperary? Because from the outside they just look like battle royales.
There's a terrific tradition with Kilkenny and Tipperary going back from, I suppose when I was hurling myself, it wasn't there. We didn't meet much at all, Prior to that, when I was younger, Kilkenny and Tip was huge, with Tip having massively the upper hand, I suppose, for a long, long time and that. And things changed around a bit, but they're terrific hurlers in Tipperary. Always are, and you look forward to playing these matches. Of course we do, and over the last number of years there has been that kind of a kind of a tradition built up in the sense that there have been great games. But I'll tell you, as regards playing All Ireland final, it doesn't matter who we're playing, not in the slightest, you know.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Cheers, Shane. Good job. Okay.
Thanks very much.